Over the next half hour, a gaming technology guru talks us through the new NVIDIA GeForce RTX cards. We've got Spamfish, no one knows why he's called that, talking about joining the OMEN squad. And last but not least, we've got British CSGO pro Smooya in the house to tell you how to turn into a master of execution.
That's right, Frankie, and as ever, we have some top-tier OMEN goodies on the line for all of you to win. That can only mean one thing. This is the OMEN Esports Report.
Welcome to the OMEN Esports Report!
Back, baby!
Yes!
Back!
Pala, you're back. Where on earth were you last
Yeah,
time?
I had to go over the pond towards Europe. I was a bit busy, and I'm very happy to be back, guys. Thank you for being here. Thank you for tuning in. Let's get the show on the road, Frankie.
Yes, we've got such an exciting episode for you guys tonight because we've got my mate Spamfish. You might recognise him from twitch.tv. He's one of the top streamers in the UK. He's going to be joining us on the sofa in a bit to chat, joining the OMEN squad.
Yeah, I'll also be bringing in a friend of mine, a UK CS player who goes by the name of Smooya. Anyone know who that is? Smooya, ladies and gentlemen? Yeah, awesome player. And we'll be chatting to him about CS and also be taking part in our OMEN game-breaking challenge.
But first up, we've got a genuine technology guru to talk us through one of the most exciting new technology things that's coming to the market very soon. A graphics card with a difference. Please welcome to OMEN Esports Report, Richard Leadbetter!
Woo! Get over here, Richie Rich. Good to see you. It's been a pleasure to have you here over the day. Had a little chat with you so far, got some background on you. Richard, would you like to let everyone know at home who you're representing and what you do?
Yeah, I'm the founder and director of Digital Foundry, and we specialise in analysing the latest games and the latest hardware.
Yeah, and so how long have you been doing this for? How did it start?
Well, Digital Foundry started about 2004. Wow. Before that, I did magazines and a bit of internet stuff. But Digital Foundry, basically, we kind of figured out how to take the outputs of consoles and PCs and to kind of analyze it in a way that nobody was doing at the time. We've kind of carved out our niche now.
Yeah, and are you surprised, Frank, before you jump in, that so many people out there that love what you guys do enjoy that niche as well? Because it is a bit of a niche.
Yeah, I mean, there's certain level of one-upmanship. You know, my stuff is better than your stuff. But at the same time, you know, we have a lot of followers from game developers. And, you know, we also, as well as look at, you know, how hardware works, it's also about the software as well. Because, you know, fundamentally, the software drives the hardware.
Do you actually get time to play games, Richard?
You kind of have to. Because so much innovation is happening in the development community, and you know, obviously the hardware is being taken in new and fascinating directions by the people who make the games. So you've got to play the games.
And what is the ultimate game to test hardware with?
Wow, there's so many to choose from. The game I always go to, there's two really. There's Crisis 1 and Crisis 3. Crisis 1 is just, it was a visionary game of its time. It's 10 years old now, but it's still doing things that kind of hold up today. Crisis 3 is kind of more modern, but it's like a real stress test. They were pushing the game to basically monster your hardware. Because we know the game so well, running it on today's hardware, we can kind of get an initial idea of how new technology shapes up by how well it runs it.
Yeah, I remember when Crysis came out, it was a visual treat for everybody, but we were also fearful of if our PCs could run it.
Can it run Crysis?
Exactly, and now we have some amazing technology that makes games like this a lot easier to run. For instance, in our OMEN Obelisk desktop PCs, we have the brand new NVIDIA GeForce RTX. And so tell us a bit about that card and how it fits into systems like ours.
Wow, okay, where do we begin? Well, if you think about the current generation, most games are on multiple systems, and the PS4 has got such huge market volume that that's the base platform. So the vision of what games, kind of how they're defined visually, it's all based on that kind of base platform. And then on PC, obviously, you can ramp up resolution, frame rates, new visual features, but fundamentally, that's the base. But the PlayStation 4 is coming to the end of its lifespan now. everything is up for grabs. We need a new vision for gaming. And the first one out of the gates is NVIDIA. They have the RTX cards. They're doing ray tracing, which is kind of a new way of lighting games. It's kind
Ray tracing?
Yeah.
Frankie, do you know exactly what that is?
No, I mean, I struggle to describe what technology was at the top of the show, so ray tracing is definitely beyond my
Apparently
remit.
that's it on screen right now. I'm looking, it looks beautiful, it looks lovely.
But what exactly is going on?
The future is shiny, isn't it? Obviously. But what's happening here is essentially it's simulating the way light bounces in real life and hits the retina. So yeah, you basically, in this case, you're seeing a lot of reflections, but it's all sort of eerily and uncannily realistic, and it's kind of NVIDIA's vision for the future of gaming visuals.
But when are we actually going to see that technology taken advantage of in a game?
That's a good question, because the cards are out now.
It's the question that we're all trying to get answered, right?
Yeah, the cards are out now, but there's no games that actually use it, which, you know, isn't good, is it? But come November, Battlefield 5 will be out, which is kind of leading the charge with ray tracing. And yeah, it looks really shiny.
But how does that affect things in game, Richard? Because we're going to see some of it on screen right now.
Okay,
aren't we?
well,
It is crazy looking, isn't it?
yeah,
guys?
so what they're specializing in here is reflections. So yeah, the puddles, first of all, you know, obviously they kind of look a bit more realistic than you usually would expect. And you think to yourself, what's the big deal? But you're getting a new level of realism here that extends into areas that are kind of a bit subtle at the moment. So let's say you're walking past a window, you can actually see yourself in the window, or in the bodywork of a car. You can see yourself reflected in that. What's the gameplay application?
Yeah, there's a gameplay application there, isn't there?
Well, kind of, because let's say somebody is sneaking up behind you, you would see their reflection as well behind you, and you wouldn't in the normal game. That's kind of a subtle distinction here. It's not just about how pretty everything looks and how shiny it is, but it's about realism. So, you know, game developers have been really good at faking all of this stuff, but there's things that they can't fake. They can't fake what's going on around you, whereas ray tracing, it's sort of fully authentic.
Yeah, one final question from myself. You mentioned in your review of the cards that the Turing architecture, and I think this is a quote, is so forward-looking it contains features that nobody has begun to even tap into yet. Can you expand a bit upon that slightly, Richard?
I can give you a really crazy example here.
We like crazy.
Well,
we definitely like crazy.
Okay, you know that if you run a game at a lower resolution, it runs faster than running it at a higher resolution, say 4K. They've got a technology now where internally it's running at a lower resolution, but they use AI technologies. I'm not making this up.
Wait, guys, that stands for like alien intelligence?
Well, artificial intelligence, almost there.
Oh, artificial. Okay. Cool.
I mean, if they're bringing in the aliens,
checking.
I'm all for it. But, but fundamentally, they're taking the smaller image, which is much faster to render, and they're using AI to kind of extrapolate out the full 4K details. And it's uncanny. I didn't think it would work. Straight after the announcement, I said it was pie in the sky stuff. Then we got the hardware in, and yeah, we kind of got a bead on how it works, and it does work. I was blown away.
So basically, no more turning down your resolution settings on PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds to try and just like get rid of the bushes, because if you've got one of these cards, it's gonna remake the bush. Sorry, guys. Now, coming up after this short VT, we're going to be welcoming on our next guest. But you're going to meet him in this VT because we've brought back the CSGO Headshot Challenge this episode. And my word, you just have to see this to believe it. It's Spamfish. You're going to meet him after the break, but first, see what he's like when he tries to play video games. Spamfish, it's time for the 60-second CSGO Headshot Challenge. Are you ready?
Nope.
Well, we don't care. Let's go. Spam, the timer is going to start on your first headshot. So technically, you could take 10 minutes to take a headshot and it'll be fine.
Okay.
It only counts once you've actually managed to achieve the first one.
Positive mental attitude.
But if you like
Ready?
exercise, breathe out on the tap.
Can I have silence now, please?
Okay,
This is
so-
a professional at work. I'm still not hitting anyone. I'm still not hitting anyone.
Okay, we go.
It's not. I'm not using proper tactics. I need to distill myself, distill the energy. There we go. Here we go.
You got a headshot. Okay, here we go. The timer has started, Spam. Okay, just double tap. you literally do spam that button, don't you?
It's not spamming, it's quadruple tap. It's a new
Quadruple
meta.
tap.
Quadruple tap, that's what it is.
The quadruple tap meta.
Oh, I think there's been some wires in the system.
You've still got 40 seconds, Spam. Come on, you can kill more than 2 people. I'm
Okay,
sure.
come on, don't
No, there were some pretty good shots there.
focus.
I quite like that there's no particular technique.
No technique, it's just natural talent, raw, natural, unfettered talent. That's what I'm bringing.
It's raw and unfettered, that's for certain.
Unfettered, yes. Oh, they're too separate.
I mean,
He's
there's
right
a guy,
there.
yeah, there you go, he
He's
was
dead,
right
he's
there.
dead, he's
You
dead.
got him, you got him.
got too close to my personal space. I wasn't impressed.
8,
What's with the countdown? There's more pressure.
6, 5, 4, 3,
Panic
2,
shots.
1.
I felt the nervous energy, look. Oh.
Oh, well, mate, congratulations. You got at least 1 headshot.
I think I set a new low. I think I'm the new gatekeeper for other competitors in the future, the start of the new season.
Let's head back to Pala and find out exactly how you did. You've seen him shoot at least 1 headshot in the headshot challenge, so let's see him shoot the breeze with us on the sofa. It's Spamfish!
Give it up for Spamfish, ladies and gentlemen.
mate. Oh.
Well, okay.
Ladies first. I don't think he wants to shake my hand. I was too harsh about him.
We got there.
I have to say, like, I introed you, I was quite harsh, Spamfish. The reason is that the VT didn't show the minute where you tried to get your first headshot. Because the timer begins once you get the first headshot. So it was touch and go at first.
It was. It took me about a minute to actually initiate the challenge because I couldn't get that first headshot. But thankfully, they didn't count until you mentioned it, and now everyone knows about it. So thanks for that.
Exactly. And I think we shouldn't waste any more time. We should find out exactly how you've done. Any guesses? Frankie,
6,
Richard?
4,
Spam? 6?
6.
Oh, it's more
If
than
double
that.
figures, I'll be
It was
impressed.
definitely more than that.
Let's
Come
be honest.
on, be nice.
Well,
you had a whole
everybody-
60 seconds, Spam.
I can reveal. And you said you were... Rest in peace, Shadow 1K. I'll put that up in a second. I can reveal for all of you that...
50. 10.
Oh, I'm so excited.
You are the gatekeeper. You're down there at the
look at that,
bottom.
setting a
Spam.
record.
16 frags. That's...
No applause from the crowd
Yeah.
at all there.
Oh, sorry.
all our wonderful studio audience here, our production, are just kind of...
Slow clap for
Patronising
you.
applause.
I'm
Thanks,
setting the
Spam.
tone early. I'm setting the tone early.
I mean, but you should be proud of yourself. It's not a game that you play too regularly.
Don't-
You always focus on community
I
interaction,
don't need you to bring me
entertainment.
up, but I did terribly. My score is almost as pathetic as my picture. Like, come on.
Spam, we're
Try my
gonna
best there, guys.
talk
Try my
more
best.
about the games you actually are good at, if there
Yes.
are any, very shortly. Because first off, a reminder: last episode, Adam Main won an incredible OMEN by HP gaming desktop. There it is.
Oh, Maine?
Oh, we were. Congratulations, Paula. You did a pun. I was chatting to him on Twitter. I was like, "What's your address?" I will be. Yeah, I'm going to track him down.
Shout
that
out,
is a
Adam.
sweet,
We love
sweet
you,
raid.
buddy.
Congratulations, Adam. We hope you're enjoying that game. But there is another chance to win an incredible OMEN goodie package this episode. And here's all the information you need to know. This episode's game-breaking challenge is a real cracker because we've teamed up our resident CS goer, Pala, with British CS pro Smooya for what we've dubbed the Arms Race Relay.
That is absolutely right, Frankie. Myself and Smooya will be trying to win a game of arms race on CSGO, but with the cheeky twist that every time the gun changes in-game, we have to switch control between us and the keyboard and mouse.
Will they win? Will they fail miserably? That's what we want you guys to guess. If you guess correctly, you'll be entered into a prize draw to win a trio of OMEN prizes, including an OMEN by HP gaming monitor.
To take part and for full terms and conditions, head to the link you can see on screen now or in Twitch chat.
You've only got until 7:20 p.m. to vote, so get on it, and the winner will be revealed at the end of tonight's show.
Free stuff. We love free stuff.
We do love free stuff, but we also love our next guest. It's Spamfish.
Yeah.
Hi.
Good to see you on the couch, Spam. Now, apparently a little birdie has told me you've just joined the OMEN squad.
I have. It's my second week. It's an absolute honour and pleasure to be part of the team, and I'll be here every Friday.
What can we expect from your streams on the OMEN channel?
High-level skills like we saw in the Counter-Strike challenge.
Dominating the game.
Hashtag dominate the game. We'll be doing that. We'll be playing a wide variety of games like that, like PUBG, some Counter-Strike, some Fortnite. I've never played Fortnite. I've only played the initial version.
The Save the World version, they now call it. It's the kind of fort building fight.
Yeah, the fort building, the original game that it was. I've not actually played the Battle Royale version. Fun?
Some people don't realise that Fortnite, before it had this Battle Royale version, I played it then as well. Yeah. I can barely remember what it was. And Epic at that time, they switched it around. Look at how successful it is now. It's crazy, right?
Yeah, so we'll be doing that. We'll be doing some, obviously, some Overwatch and some Battlefield 5 when it comes out with the ray tracing and PUBG with the interesting bushes and all that stuff.
You're going to be trying to trace some rays with your...
Oh, I'll definitely be tracing all the rays, yeah.
Here's the thing, Spam, your signature is not necessarily being the best at gameplay,
Be nice here, Frankie. What is my signature?
It's being one of the most popular streamers in the UK, Spam. You're always incredibly entertaining. Oh. You're also incredibly good at singing.
No, I'm not. No!
Frankie's told me this and I believe her.
If anyone wants to potentially propose to the love of their life and they need a backing track...
If anyone links it in the channel, I'm going to remember.
Just have a look on Spamfish's Twitch channel and just search for Spamfish singing Girls Just Want to Have Fun. I think it's probably one of the most top-rated clips. And it's beautiful. It gets me to sleep at night.
Quite specific. I'm going to do that after, Frankie. Now, we do know you like to play some sports games and that you are very much a fan of real-life sports as well. You follow them, you tweet about them. Have you enjoyed seeing the rise of esports? Do you have time to dip your toe into that, or at least watch and enjoy as well?
I mean, it's so good to see the rise of esports over the last 3 or 4 years. I mean, I've been a gamer all my life, so I remember when Counter-Strike...
I mean, you were casting before Twitch was Twitch, right?
Yeah, back in the JTV days, like I was doing it when there was no money involved, there was no esports. I was on JTV before esports came to JTV and grew it into Twitch in what it is today. So, esports is a huge part of the rise of growth of people like me. If it wasn't for esports coming to Twitch, it wouldn't have had that huge rise and become this kind of established thing it is. And now it's so good to see it become such a mainstay. There's every weekend there's huge tournaments. It's so good to see OMEN support games like Overwatch and games like Fortnite and Counter-Strike, and it's only going to get bigger and better from here.
Spam, can I ask, because I know you've just moved into a lovely house, detached from everyone, which is essential when you're a streamer.
It is, it's a huge difference.
And you've been quite honest, actually, about the strains that streaming can have on your life. So what's been the response from the community?
I'm quite lucky in that when I started streaming just to share my passion for video games, and I've always been raised to be myself, and sometimes I feel sad, and sometimes sitting indoors all day playing video games, you can kind of get a bit introverted, and being able to talk about some of my struggles and some of my ups and downs of my mood, that helps me relate to people even more. And when people see someone like me who seems to be gregarious and full of confidence and banter, and I can struggle sometimes, it helps people relate and helps people open up. And I get messages from people sometimes like, I've had a really sad day or I had a really depressed week, and just watching your stream really inspired me. And those messages have so much more value and so much more currency than any amount of real money. So that stuff, as much as sometimes talking about depression or talking about negativity can shy people away, it also opens up avenues you wouldn't believe existed before.
Yeah,
it's a good word there by Spamfish. That's awesome.
Absolutely.
A lot of people don't realise that the content creation life can be, you kind of are aware that so many people are watching you, but it's not exactly physical, and you don't realise it, right? And you can end up feeling a bit introverted. What have you done to kind of get through that when you're seeing that within yourself, beyond just appreciating your fans watching you?
That's the thing. When you say to people, what do you do for a job? I play video games all day. That's amazing. Who doesn't want to play?
They think it's simple, right?
And it is, but the thing people have to realise is that playing video games all day is easy, it's fun, it's amazing. It's not. I'm not going to pretend it's not. The making money on a consistent basis from playing video games all day, that's where the struggle and the stress comes in, and being able to make those two kind of meld in the middle. And that's something I'm still learning. I'm still, Twitch is still very much like a gold rush. It's still very much like the Wild West. People still mistaking their claims, people still trying to work it out. And because I've been around so long, that experience does count a lot. And like, you know, you're saying I'm a veteran, I've been around for so long, that's just because I got in early, you know?
Well, a quick one before we go into our news headlines. When will you be streaming on the OMEN channel?
It's every 5 p.m. BST at the moment, obviously, until it changes to GMT again in a couple of weeks, I think it is.
Don't ask me about that stuff, mate.
Yeah, it's time zone.
Oh,
but yeah, 5 p.m. to 7
me.
p.m. After Cyanide and before Ella.
Okay, on a Friday.
On a Friday, yeah, every Friday.
Fantastic. I will have to swing by your channel. That is a loaded lineup. Now, earlier this week, I got to pop down to EGX in Birmingham's NEC. I was hosting the ESL stage for a few days, but on the last day, I asked my mates at ESL if I could take it off and run around the convention centre with OMEN, because OMEN had a community challenge. They had 3v3 and 1v1 competitions open to the public. You could win an OMEN swag bag, and one lucky player managed to win themselves an OMEN 15 laptop. Ooh. Yeah, pretty sweet, right? And to top it all off, they were coached by our mates Valkia and caster Jason Kaplan. So I went off and I hung out with them, but I also got to roam around the floors, terrorising people, positively terrorising people in the name of video gaming. So let's see what happens when I narrowly manage to avoid being arrested. Hello, you join me on the floor at EGX. I get the day to myself to run riot through the halls and see exactly what this unique gaming event has to offer. Do you want to come with? How are you finding the event?
So one thing I love about events like this, because again in the US, unfortunately, we don't have these big conventions. At least we didn't back then when I was growing up. I love looking around and seeing all the parents with their kids, just trying to support them and really show them, you know, do what you want to do, I'm going to be there for you.
UK esports scene is always the one that's kind of like that little seed that just needs to flourish. People are kind of recognizing the importance and that it is more than just gaming. Any chance I get to play Overwatch and just be part of the HP booth. We did a little bit of comp with the fans, doing a little bit of training sessions.
Walking the show floor at EGX is so dangerous because there's so many different games and I just want to spend all my money. How would you describe EGX?
It's just like a really good vibe, a really nice atmosphere.
Full of everything, something for everyone.
Really, it's more than an expo, it's more of a festival and a celebration of games in total.
The future of esports in the UK is just going to rise, right? There's so many more things going on, and I think it just shows that the audience in the UK is ready for it.
E3 is great, and even Gamescom, 400,000 people marching through like an army. It doesn't compare to quite the atmosphere as what we have here. It's positive, it's very intertwined community, it's fabulous.
One of my favourite stands at any gaming convention in the UK is Special Effects. They make gaming accessible for everyone, no matter your ability. They do amazing work across the UK.
There is a new thing out called Face It for PUBG. They've just recently announced the whole thing, the beta's out. Should be out pretty soon to the public, to everyone. It's a way of getting into the competitive scene to show your skills, you know, keep those stats up, to boost your ego.
If you could describe EGX in one word, what would that word be?
It's fun.
Brilliant.
Exhilarating.
An experience.
One of the amazing things about EGX is their love of a good indie game. They also have something called the Left Field Collection, where they invite developers to exhibit here on the EGX floor.
All of the games here are like 1 or 2 person teams. Indies you can get ready.
I love coming here. I'm like playing all the quirky stuff rather than all the big titles.
Thanks, guys. Much appreciated. Big shout out to you. Looked like you had fun at EGX. Frankie.
I did. I just realised I was clapping myself.
Yeah, that's good.
I was clapping the production team's hard work trying to make what I said into a shiny package. It probably wasn't easy.
Well, you deserve. And now it's time to move on to our second headline of the day, and that's talking about Astralis getting their second major victory in CSGO. And to start off that conversation, we are going to bring in a new legend from the UK, one of the only UK players, one of 2 to make it to a major, not just at a major, but top 8. He goes by the name Smooya! Owen, good to see you, buddy. It's not been too long. I saw you at the weekend.
No, big fan, big fan.
Hey guys. Hello.
There you go. He's so used to shaking hands.
Yeah,
now.
exactly.
Everyone just wants a piece of
That's
the
my
show.
first question to you, because we need to talk about Astralis and that team, but what was it like, just overall, the weekend?
It's pretty cool, like having literally anywhere I show my face, anywhere I go, just 500 people just start shouting my name. The first it was really cool, but then it got really annoying. Like on the second or third day, I'm just like, guys, come on now. Like it's the joke's over, you know. But everyone just kept carrying on shouting my name, and anywhere I went, like anyone asked me to sign their stuff. So it's just like it was just surreal, to be honest.
Now, Astralis absolutely dominated. People said that
Yes.
the final was a little bit underpowered in some ways because Na'Vi didn't really fight back as much as expected, at least not on the second map.
So Astralis had a very good tournament, right? They're looking extremely strong at the moment. I think what I'd like to ask Owen is, what do you see as the biggest strength or strengths of this team?
For Astralis, it's just they'll do whatever it takes to win. They all understand how to win. They understand every single role. They have a system. They all know exactly how to do each other's roles. Like for 2 events to pre-start open, you know what I mean? Like who would ever have expected that? So they all know what to do. And it's just super cool to see that like they've actually spent enough time like going through all the parts of the puzzle and they've just mastered it, and they just keep on getting better, and they will carry on getting better, which is like the even crazier thing. So yeah, I look forward to competing against them, and hopefully I can like take some stuff from them.
Yeah, and so considering that your team lost to Na'Vi, who eventually lost to Astralis in the final, how does that kind of affect how you view your tournament?
Like we had a good event. Like I did personally too, up until the Na'Vi game where we just got demolished. It's weird because Na'Vi are like a team where I see us as like a budget Astralis in the sense of we're really good with grenades. We don't outplay people with our individual skill because we kind of can't. We just outplay them with like our team play and stuff, and that's like we're literally like a baby Astralis. So I feel like if we fared against an Astralis, we have more of a chance than we do against a Na'Vi because Simple and Electronic just ran around headshot.
Yeah, they had a really, really good tournament.
It was
but
just rough.
It seems to be at this point that Astralis are having many good tournaments in a row. Some small lapses here and there. Final question from myself with regards to Astralis. It seems reminiscent that they are comparable to SK when they were extremely strong. Is Astralis going to continue on, or is someone going to be able to stop them at some point soon or later?
I don't think anyone's going to stop them. I don't think it's really comparable to SK either because they just had like 3 of the best players in the world at one time, where they had Cold Zero, Fallen, and Fur were literally the 3 highest rated players for like 1 year in a row. So that's a bit different to Astralis, where yeah, they have good rated players like Device, like got MVP and stuff, but like you know, like you can kind of counter them, but you can't counter like the team. Whereas like other teams, like I don't know, it's going to take a lot to stop Astralis, man. Like I can't see a team doing it, to be honest. Like Na'Vi, everyone thought Na'Vi were going to beat them, and they got like demolished, you know. So I don't know. Hopefully Big can. You never know.
Well, let's talk about you and Big, because we both met you before you were a big man. I met you at Insomnia 60 when I was running the Twitch stage as a producer, and you came on in the very same swim shorts you wore for the show match at the Face It Major.
Yeah.
I was like, hang on a second, I recognise those shorts. And then I realised, yeah, we'd actually met, and you guys met online as well.
Yeah, met online. He was toxic, didn't like him. Moving on to now, he's okay. I'll put up with him.
Yeah. I mean, how has being part of Big changed your attitude, changed your gameplay style, Owen?
There's a quote I saw recently on Twitter where someone doesn't realise how big they are until they play within something bigger than them, or like along those lines.
So is that just like a big pun that you're making?
No, it's not the word bing, but like, you know what I mean? But like, I think it's very true. Like, I didn't realise like the importance of myself until I played in like something way bigger than like big clans, like way bigger than I am as a brand and so on. So like I've matured a lot under these people. They like look after me really well. Like they look after my Twitter mostly because that's where like I lose my rag sometimes. But yeah, it's just good to have like everyone in the org's like my friend, and they all look out for me, and it's just like a good environment to be in to like grow as a person.
Did you get quite starstruck when you joined them? Because you've actually only been with them since April, so a relatively short period of time.
Yeah, it's a funny story actually, because the first event I ever watched was Ace of Predators Master Season 1. That was a long time ago, and Mousesports played then. The first game I ever watched was Mousesports on Dust 2 versus I don't know who. And I remember confusing Nex and God B, like their faces. So I thought God B's face was Nex.
Anyway, carry on.
Because the thing was bugged on the stream. So I was like, whoa, that's God B, and it was Nex, you know, which is funny because like Nex is like my best friend now. But yeah, it's just surreal, like just even be able to call them my teammates. But, like now I can actually call them my friends as well, which is like really cool. But yeah, it's been a learning experience for sure.
Well, so that we can all get to your level, Owen, that's definitely going to happen.
Or at least try, right?
Yeah, we want you to talk us through your top 3 tips for how to get good at CS.
Well, I need to
and
make
the
some
first
notes. Have you got a
one.
pen and
Yeah,
paper?
don't worry.
Yeah.
We'll note them down for you, but we're going to
You
start.
can watch the show back on Twitch, mate. That's what you need to do.
way to do it, yeah.
So we want to talk about spray patterns and recoil control. There's a practice range for this,
Yeah,
right?
so this is a map called Recoil Master Recoil, what's it called again?
Recoil
Pala, you
Master.
Recoil Master
By you left cool.
by good friend of Pala. So basically it's there's a wall you shoot at and the dot moves, and that's a correlation to the spray pattern of the gun. So depending on the gun you have, it shows you a different spray pattern. So it's really important. I use it maybe 5 to 10 minutes a day when I start off my day, because it's just like get a good feeling for the gun. Like I'm demonstrating here, it shows you exactly how you need to pull down your mouse, and yeah, you just practice on shooting the body on the wall. You can put a body there, or you can have a body. I like to have a body because then you can count how many bullets out of 30 you hit, which is like really important. And yeah, it's just a great way. You can do it with all weapons. I like to do it with M4, both M4s, just in case you ever pick one up in a clutch or something, and then an AK. Here I show like different M4 with the different guns. It's a really, really good map, and if people don't know about it, then I feel like you're missing out a lot. So
yeah, it's made by the same guy that made Aimbot. I've used this map personally myself. If I need a refresher on recoil patterns, definitely good for beginners out there.
Yeah, it's really
Should
handy.
we move on to tip number 2?
Yes.
Smooya? Crosshair placement.
Okay, crosshair placement and pre-fire, right? I think that's what it was.
Bit of peekaboo.
Yeah, so here's the pre-fire map. You can find them on Steam if you literally just type in pre-fire. Yeah, you see me struggling here with my really high sense. So this is cache towards a bomb site. It's just showing you all the important positions where the CTs like to stand. So quad, MBK, boost, back sight. It's just like, this map's important for learning where someone's head will be when you peek a corner. So you just want to blow the head off as fast as you can, right? So like for me, this is like really easy because I've got so many hours in the game. But again, really important for anyone starting out because it gives you understanding on, if you can do it on one map, you can do it on another map. It's just memorizing it, so it's just really handy again.
Yeah, these maps are very useful because they're suggesting the position where people could be, and then when you actually get into the server, you're not going to be taken by surprise as much. Final tip, third and final tip, we want to talk about movement. You're apparently a player with good movement. Speak on this a bit if you could, Owen.
Notice the apparently there, that little dig, you notice that apparently.
Because it's not true. So this is Mirage. This is just a basic understanding of crouch jumping. So I show here if you jump and crouch at the beginning, ended too early, we'll completely forget that ever happened. This is the short jump on Mirage. So here, if you jump into the window on the first ledge and you crouch just before you jump,
guys, for anyone watching that's not aware, this is, it's for someone like you, but this is a tough jump.
But yeah, like you can use this at the beginning of a round if you have a good spawn to beat the terrorists out middle, so you can get to shot fast and then just get like an easy first pick. This is me kind of just showing off again, like, this jump's kind of easy.
At what point is this cheating? No, like,
no, that's the thing. This is all using the game engine, using the physics that are bound by the rules of the server.
This
jump here is insane.
This is just showing off. This jump because, like, let's say there's 100 pros, like top 100 pros, like 10 can do this. Maybe.
Yeah, this jump is extremely hard. Off this tiny little bit of rubble here onto the boost spot.
I have 100% success rate.
Is it designed for people to be able to do this?
Yes,
it is. So it's not an
These map designs are very, very smart and acute. Well, thank you so much, Owen, for those 3 tips. Frankie, what's up next?
Wow, it's you two, boys, as we teamed you up for the game-breaking challenge. The question is, would you win, would you lose? Let's find out.
Always winning, baby.
All right, everybody, it's time for myself and Smooya to take part in today's OMEN game-breaking challenge. And what are we doing, you ask? We are playing arms race on CSGO, but with a twist. Every time the gun changes in-game, we also need to swap who is playing. Every 2 kills, that means the keyboard and mouse is going to switch between myself and Owen. It's going to be pretty hectic. And Owen, are you ready?
Feeling confident as always again. Should be good fun.
You're always confident, I not so much. Let's jump into the action. Smooya, it's time. 5 seconds left in the warm-up, and I'm feeling like we're going to have a good result. Sir, show me what you've got.
I'll try my hardest.
You better do, dude. This is my first game-breaking challenge, so I want to win.
Yeah, but look, I have the best spawn.
Do you know the spawns on this map?
I just looked on the radar.
There we go.
Oh, 1 kill. Who else wants it? Who else wants it?
Good stuff. You've still got some HP. Get ready to switch over. to me, and we're going to be efficient with it. Oh, this is all you saw some
Wait.
bro.
Comms, man.
No.
Comms. Comment to me.
Bro, this is UKCS. The comms are awful right now.
I killed him.
Okay, yep, and I've got
One more
14
close.
No! 92 in 3.
Oh, no, it's fine.
Jerry, why isn't...
He ran out of bullets. Bap him, dude. Bap him.
What's
One
bap?
time.
Is that like a northern
bap
slang?
him in his head, man.
Bap him?
Yeah.
Bap him, that's
Please
like
kill.
a roll.
The gun switch.
Oh, no, it didn't.
Yes, it did. You had it back then.
Oh, God. We're going to have to get the judge and Jerry out for that one because I might have just stolen an extra...
Go huge.
Oh, God, damn it.
Dude,
Come on.
It's fine.
I got killed by a bot.
It's fine,
oh,
it's
my
fine.
God, that's like being killed by you on the server,
Yeah,
bro.
I knew that was coming, but it's fine. Let's see what you do here.
Okay, come on. I'm getting the rhythm right now. Oh, there's no, I didn't get it. Oh.
2 on the roof.
Can you die? There's one.
That's one.
Oh, dude. Let's go. Come on, Smoo.
I'm trying.
We're like middle of the pack right now, so you need to keep pushing hard. Not get killed by bot Wyatt. Yeah, good stuff. All right. I think we're going up against a legendary player. I'm sure you've heard of him before. His name is...
He swapped.
Why is it swap? Okay, just go. Whenever the weapon swaps, we swap, all right? We're in this together. Yeah, I was saying we're going up against a legendary player who goes by the name of Anime is Trash. So, a very strong statement there. Not sure I agree with it. You an anime watcher, Smoo? Try and concentrate on the kill at the same time. 11 HP left.
I've never watched anime.
Okay.
I see this guy.
More of an EastEnders guy or Coronation Street, perhaps.
None of that.
Emmerdale? You're from the countryside, right?
No.
Okay.
Whoa, I've never been up here before. This is crazy.
Oh my God. Okay, I'm just trying to stay inside to get those easy headshots,
We just
bro.
need 2 quick baps, man. Just one.
just those,
On your right. Oh.
Did I get him? There's one.
One more.
Oh, there's another one behind me. Okay, and I've still got the shot sawn off. Okay, we're sick, dude. We need to...
If you get this frag within 20 seconds, we win this.
Okay, 17.
Oh, this is going to be a struggle, man. Oh. Wow.
Oh, dude, I didn't even hit him. The bullets just disappear.
Well, you're just not going to kill him from here, are you?
Affirmative. I'm not trying to kill them. I'm trying to intimidate them. There we go. All right, Pump Shaddy XM1014. You've got to step up the pace, bro, because I do believe that Anime is Trash is showing us that...
Anime is trash.
That we've got some competition on the side. Anime is trash. Oh, God. Find them, those close targets, those close...
That guy's cheating.
Good stuff. That guy's cheating. He's a bot, mate.
He doesn't wallow.
All right, come on. Yes. We need you to get this kill.
Stop! No, I didn't. I thought I killed him. I know he's minus 80, man.
Jesus.
Maybe Anime is trash, you know. Is he first?
No, he's not. But he's ahead of us. We need to pick up the pace, but after this, we start getting some better guns.
Yeah,
so just get one of the... It's crucial that you get one of these...
Dude,
crouch me or something, man. Oh, God. Okay.
This should be easy for you.
Oh, there's one. Anime trash headshot. Get wrecked, mate.
Stop aiming for the head.
This
is me.
This is you, Smooya. This is what... I'm just destroying the set because I'm getting too excited. This is what you do in the server. Miss shots.
That's one.
That's what you do.
No, I do miss in the server.
Nice, bro. Okay.
Oh, Negev, no.
Negev, no.
Charge it up. Did you have to mouse one?
Oh yeah, I've got to like get it into the little line. Oh,
this is gonna be hard, man.
Oh, we're catching up.
Yeah, we're doing fine. We're doing fine. Drill him, dude. Drill him. No, you didn't get that. Just keep mouse one down, man.
Oh, God damn it, dude.
90 bullets left.
It's all right. Still got HP to work with here. Oh, there's one. Swap, pistol. P2000. Show me those one taps. Show me those one taps. Yes. Oh, it's me. Revolver. Oh, God. I'm pressing Q instead of W. I'm pumping it up. I'm getting it ready.
Oh, yes, perfect.
No, it's spawn protection. No, we got this, bro. Don't say, oh, man, like that.
I'm saying, oh, man, 'cause
with that northern twang. Oh, what a shot, dude. 5-7. Go. Close left. One in front of you. There's one. On your... Oh,
I can see him.
You got it, bro. Come on, we're going to win this, bro.
We're doing fine. We're
close.
One's on 15, too.
Yeah, one's on 16 now. One's on 16. Nice, good shot.
Well, that's really bad.
Owen, we were close.
Anime is trash.
We did well.
We beat him.
But I think that's a moral victory.
I'll take it.
We gave it a good shot on this Omen game-breaking challenge, and it was a lot of fun.
It was a lot of fun.
Owen, I'll see you on the sofa.
I'll see you on the sofa.
I don't know why you're clapping them. They lost.
Boom.
People at home, I'm so sorry. 72% of you said that these guys were going to win. 28% said that you would lose, including our winner, Alex Tipping, at Tipping5 on Twitter. Congratulations, mate. You have won yourself an OMEN chair, an OMEN by HP gaming monitor, and a Swish headset. And talking of potential future winners, I've got to tell you guys about the OMEN UK Open League, which continues Sunday on this very channel at 12 p.m. BST. Now, to catch you up to speed, the first round saw Endpoint beat iOS players 2-1, while CX dominated Buzzkill. All 4 teams are coming back on Sunday, as well as Fierce, Revelation, GG, Vexed, and We Hot.
We Hot! Shout out to Boaster. To find out when you can watch the next episode of the OMEN Esports Report, all you need to do is head on over to OMENEsportsReport.com. Over there, you can also catch up on, of course, the latest esports news.
There'll be more guests, even more challenges, and of course, another chance to win an extra special OMEN prize on the next episode. But before we go, I need to say thank you to Richard, to Spamfish,
Spammy,
and of course to Smooya. Thank you so much, guys, for watching, and we will see you next time.